Hello. All right, you guys. So we're going to do a little bit of watercoloring. This is something that I just saw and I just am going to try it, right? I saw somebody else do it and I was like, you know what? If you have a little baggie, by the way, if you know HEB, you know it's the best ever. But anyways, we're just going to use a zip block baggie, like the gallon one. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So how we're going to do this is, first of all, this is a little bit bigger, but I may have to either trim it down or I'm going to borrow a piece of another one. Okay. So we're just going to borrow this. I'm going to take this transfer off. I'm going to set that aside. By the way, you guys, the key word is watercolor. I am so sorry. So we want to make sure that it goes inside of the bag, okay? So I'm going to use like a little bit smaller piece and we're going to trace it, okay? So I'm going to take this and we're going to do, let's see, which one did I decide on? I think, y'all, can you tell I'm tired? All right, we're gonna do this one. And I'm gonna put it on the sticky side onto, what is that? There's a word for it. I'm thinking of it. Shiny side. I knew there was a word there somewhere. Okay, so now that I have this on here, I have my permanent marker, okay? Hi. Yay, I'm so glad, Charlene. I'm so glad that you got the notification. Yeah, if you guys aren't getting notifications through Facebook, type in the word live, L-I-V-E, and I'll walk you through a couple steps through Messenger on how to get on Telegram. It is free. It is an app, but it sends you a text alert notification every time I go live because I send it out, okay? Yes, I know. The sunflower's out of stock. That's why I'm not using that one. But if you have it, you could totally do the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of outline a little bit of the butterfly. Okay, so I'll show you here in a second. I am outlining. I'm not like getting super close because we are going to go over the line a little bit. But I definitely am trying to stay as close to the line as possible, right? So let me show you. You guys see, I just really outlined the outside as well as the body, but I am gonna go ahead and do a little bit inside too. Like I just kind of want to know where about this little section of white area is. So I'm just gonna kind of draw a line like that, and maybe I'll do the 4 little circles here so I kind of know, okay? So I'm gonna take that out because we don't need that right now, but check it out. Maybe I should have left it in there so you could see. Okay, can you guys tell? Right, so I put it inside of there. I just outlined some of the key parts because when we go to watercolor, we wanna know how to best get the colors or get like an even distribution there. I don't even know how I'm saying this. All right, so first thing we're going to do, we're gonna use the black for the end. It's going to be the outline. I do have white. I also have teal and I have guava. Now, guava and teal, both of these colors, no, I lied. Yes, no, I'm not lying. Guava and teal come in the club pack this month, okay? So you will get these 2 colors if you are a club member, okay? So club, that's gonna be that transfer up there. And we're actually gonna make that this month on our club craft night, okay? Our virtual craft night. So if you're not in club, type in the word club. I'll send you some details. You can read up on it. If it's something you want to do, then feel free, okay? All right, so I don't have my cup of water. That's what I don't have. Okay, I'll just use my drawer. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to water down some of this paste, and then we're going to watercolor on here first, and then we're going to put it on watercolor paper, okay? So I'm going to take some of this guava. Now I'm just going to use the lid, and I'm going to water it down with distilled water. And the reason I do distilled water is because if I put this lid back on the jar and the distilled water goes inside, it's going to be fine. But typically, if you put tap water back in it, there is a slight chance it could grow a little something something in your jar over the next couple of weeks, maybe month. So I try my best to avoid tap water if it's going back in the jar. Now, if you're using the paste packets, which I put in the link, if you're going to use the paste packets, not a big deal because you're really just probably going to toss out the extra. You're not going to put it back in the jar. All right, so here we go. So I went ahead and I'm going to put this underneath here so maybe you guys can see it a little better, right? You can see and here. So let's go ahead and kind of go, I'm going to go along the lines, like on the inside. I'm going to go along those lines, and I'm going to try and do these 3 little dots down here. Oh, there's 4 dots. Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit on the bottom, a little bit up here on the top. And you want it to be a little bit more on the wet side because you don't want it to dry. All right, so now that I have that done, I'm gonna kind of do up here in the antlers, the antennas. They're not antlers. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, wipe off your brush, and then we're gonna do another color real quick. Okay. I should have watered that down already, but I didn't, so let's do that real quick. Hoping it won't dry on us. I don't think that's gonna work. Let me get a little color tray right here and water it down on here. Kind of mix it a little bit. Okay. Now let's try that again. Maybe. It's got a little tie-dye action going on here. I hope this works. I don't know if my guava had enough water in it, to be honest with you. I might have needed a little bit more water, but we'll find out. The blue has a lot more water. The guava does not have a ton of water, okay? So we'll find out here in a second which one is going to look better, okay? So now we're gonna take this and we're gonna take our watercolor paper and we're just gonna set it on top of here. And we're just gonna kind of press it. We're just gonna kind of press it. So it's like we're painting backwards, right? We're putting the paint down on the other one and then on here. Use crayon. Oh no, we're not even wasting any chalk paste. We barely used any of it. Plus, I like the vibrant of the colors. And I haven't. I have it in stock. So, all right, so we press that down. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. Maybe. Okay. So it just looks like a ginormous glob at the moment. You guys? Looks like a ginormous glob, right? I have to remember which way I put this down. I think I got it. But I did notice some of my piece didn't go through. So I'm just gonna kind of color in a little bit there. Okay. It dried, and when it dried, it attached to the, do you see it? That big piece right here, that paper came off because it dried. So my guava was a little bit too thick, okay? Needed to be a little thinner. That's what it was. I didn't spray the water. See, you guys, look. See, I'm glad you guys are here telling me these things. All right, we'll try this again. Let's do this one more time, you guys. I totally forgot to spray the water over the thing, and I was like, I'm missing a step. All right. So obviously there are tons of ways to watercolor. You pick whatever way works for you. I just saw somebody do this and I thought this was pretty cool. So I wanted to try it. All right, let's try that again. So I'm gonna put, we're gonna see which one comes out better, which I'm sure it's gonna be this second one. Right? Because Bree didn't follow the directions on the first one. Whoops. Okay, so we're just coming in here with some of our blue. Okay, ta-da. Now we're supposed to spray it with water. Wait, there's like a big clump in here. Hold on. Okay. Oh, maybe that was too much. All right. Ta-da! Okay, I don't know. Maybe it was too much water. Maybe I like my first one better. Oh well, we're learning. So the second one does actually look more like your typical watercolor, right? It's supposed to be like that, not super vibrant like mine is. All right, so I'm gonna dry it real quick. And then we're gonna add a little bit of surface wax. Okay, and once I add the surface wax, then we're gonna go ahead and put our transfer on top. Okay, so let's grab our surface wax. let me close up this jar and this one. Okay. So I've got our surface wax, and we're going to put a little bit of wax over the two designs because we don't want the transfer to stick to it, okay, to stick to the paper. All right. Oh, you have a horrible storm going on? Yee. I'm sorry. I sure hope it gets better. All right, so now we're going to wax this. Oh, I already waxed it. We're going to fuzz it now. We are attempting to do like a watercolor technique, and you know, we're going along with it right now. So I think they both go this way because I can tell this is where the, what are those things? The antennas, right? We're supposed to be. So we're gonna go with black. And we're gonna pull that right out. Looks cool. And I'm wondering if I should try with white. It's okay. We're gonna stick with the black. Let me push that down a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to put the black on the other one. One of them is a little bit more watercolor, like softer colors, because we sprayed the water on it, because I forgot to do it the first time. And then the first one we did is going to be a lot brighter. Okay, so let me put this in here and spray it, so you can get it cleaned right away, because black, I feel like the black paste, you guys, you need to wash it right away. If you don't, it's just going to get everywhere. Well, it already gets everywhere, but it's a bit more stubborn. So clean it right away if you have a chance. Okay, so I'm just using a board eraser. I did put those also in the links if you guys are interested. Type in the word watercolor and I'll send you the supplies that we use today. So that way you can give it a try if you'd like. Okay. So now our butterfly is done. We can put this little guy back on. Oh no, look, I accidentally set down. Y'all, I'm a mess. I am a mess today. Okay. Let's move that in the trash, yeah? I'm sure I could use it again, but the rate I'm going, I don't know what's gonna end up on it. Okay, first, let's put this back on here. Okay, and then we're gonna use this background. Okay, first let me put up this because we're not using that anymore. And sticky back on the transfer, just give it a good clean and you might be able to get the stickiness back, that adhesiveness back. Okay, so we are going to do We'll use both of them, okay? We'll use both. And I mean that as in both butterflies, okay? We'll use both butterflies. I really should have done one of them in white, but oops. Okay, put that down. And we're gonna come in with, let's go with black paste on this side. And I'm just gonna pull it straight down, across. This is gonna be the background. And then we're gonna make it a little bit 3D. Okay, let's turn on the glue gun. Pull this out. Doesn't that look awesome by itself, you guys? Look how cool that is. And we're gonna do something similar. I think we'll go ahead and use, let's do it. We're gonna use the white piece on the other side. Okay, so we're gonna clean that off real quick. All right. And I'm just gonna wipe off that little bit of dirty water. And then we're gonna use it again, but we're gonna use it on this brown side. So I am using a 5x5 box frame. Okay, so now we're gonna do this again, but like I said, we're going to do it in white. So I'm using the same transfer or the same design here. And set that down. And now we get white. Okay. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You can't even read it anyway. It's going in the back. And we could do this exact same thing with our new bugs, the bug transfers that we just got in. You can actually earn the bug transfers free, you guys, when you spend a certain amount on my website. I believe it's $65 and $80. If you do 65, you get one of them free. If you do 80, then you get both of them free. And they're pretty cool. They're really cute. I have some special things going up for my club members. For them, I think they will love it. I'm working on it. They should hope, I don't know if they'll go up next week or not. Maybe next week. All right, so now that we have both of those done, we're actually going to cut out our butterflies. I'm gonna clean this off real quick because same thing like the white, the black and the white paste just tend to get a little bit of everywhere. They make a little bit of a mess. So clean it right away. It'll save you a lot of time later. Okay, see, ta-da, now they're clean. So again, I'm just gonna clean off some of that dirty water so I can put it back on the sheet. And that way all of our stuff is clean and it's put away and we don't have to worry about cleaning up later. Do it as you go. It saves the life of the transfer as well as time and sanity for you. Okay, all right, good job. We're done with that transfer. I'm gonna put it down there. Now I'm gonna come in, so I'm gonna show you guys check out our 2 butterflies. So this first one, we didn't spray it with water before we put the paper down, okay? So it is gonna be a lot brighter. That top one really is more of a watercolor. We sprayed it with a little bit of water before we put down the paper. So you can tell a really, really big difference on them. Yes, this transfer, is that what you're talking about? This transfer is still available. Yes, just type in the word watercolor and I will send you the link. I'll send you the direct link to it and then also to the colors I used. The only thing not in that link is going to be surface wax, because that actually comes back in stock about mid-June. All right, so we're gonna cut out both of these. I'm gonna just kind of cut around it and then I'll come back in with a little bit more precision and we'll cut it out completely. They do look super cute, both of them. I do love this the watered down one though. It does look really good. So I can't wait to see you guys try any of this. I think our bug cutouts will look so cute with this though. Let me see and I'll show you what the bug ones look like. It has a dragonfly, it has it might be like a hornet, but you could pass it off as like a bee or something. There is a beetle and there is a butterfly. They're super cute. I don't know if I have them up here though. Where were they? No, they're downstairs. But I might be able to do it tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do the watercolor tomorrow, but I may do a project with them tomorrow. And if you've never tried like any of this before and you just want to try out the product, type in the word try, T-R-Y, and I'll send you the link to a project that is 20% off, okay? And you can just buy it, it'll come straight to your door, and you can just try it first, right? So feel free to do that. Now, it's just a regular paste, and it comes with a, it's called a palette sign. It's a really cute wood sign. But anyways, type it in, look at it. If you have questions, let me know. Yes, ma'am, Miss Sonia. Yes, you have a ginormous box coming. I say ginormous. It's actually not huge, but yes, it has all of your silent auction stuff. I think I got all of the silent auction stuff finally out today. Today was kind of the last day of getting some, a last few projects shipped out. So yeah, everything is out. Except for one project. But I think I already shipped it, but in my mind, I'm not sure if I did. So I'm looking for it. But I've reached out to her, so we'll figure it out. If not, I'll just make another one for her. Okay. So they look really cute, you guys. Right? I love it. So now we could use this side, we could turn around, we could use this side. We could do one on each, but I'm gonna see which. I think I like this side better. I'm kind of wishing I just would have done black, but all right. So you guys, I'm just using a pipe cleaner. That's it, nothing fancy. Nothing fancy, and we're gonna curl it up. Where did here's my brush. we're just gonna curl it up. You're very welcome. Yes, hi. All right, we don't need them too far out. But I'm just gonna put a little dab of glue on the back, and I'm gonna set my little curly pipe cleaner on there. Same thing with this one. Just a little dab of glue. Let that dry a second. Thank you. You like my earrings? Okay. So now we're gonna put a little bit of glue on the actual thing there. What is it called? Pipe cleaner. And I'm just gonna hold it there for a second. Same thing on the other side. And now it's a little bit more 3D. It does look like a little spring. You can use a wire. But look how cute it is. I think that came out really good. Uh-oh, let me hold that down. Hold on. Hold on. Look at them, and you can even fold in their wings a little bit, like if you wanted to. Aww. Okay, hit the heart button because it actually is super adorable. I think it's really cute, right? It's so fun. Okay, so check it out again. This is the one that we did not spray water on the bag, and this one we did. Okay, so you can definitely tell the difference between the two. One is a lot more vibrant. This one is more your watercolor. Okay, so this was kind of just painting, and I don't necessarily call that probably wasn't watercoloring. Okay, but this one was. Like I said, I knew I was forgetting something, but okay. So type in the word watercolor. You can do it all together, one word or two separate words. Whichever one you end up typing or your autocorrect says is okay, you will still get the message. But yeah, go grab these butterflies while you can. And this is the 5x5 box frame, but you can get the bigger one. This particular wording will fit on the 5x7 as well, okay? And like I said, if you end up doing $65, you get one of the other transfers free. And then if you do $80, you get 2 transfers free. And one of them has like a dragonfly, a beetle, a butterfly, and like a bee/hornet. I still don't know what it is. It's whatever that is. I don't know what it is. I think it's a hornet. Whatever. But anyways, go grab this, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. I should be on a little bit earlier tomorrow. the days have just gotten away from me. I was just shipping all day and had to go take everything to the post office and to UPS. So I didn't have a chance to go live earlier. But, alrighty, you guys. Thank you. On the travel box, I think that would be super cute too, yeah. Okay, guys, y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys later, okay? Bye, y'all.